Every weekend, there's a funeral of a person that you know. Every weekend, there is somebody that needs to be buried due to HIV and AIDS. Like, the whole year can be just funerals throughout.
I never realized about HIV. I never know anything about HIV. When they saying something like that, I was just not cared. Don't worry about it because I know it's not me. I was pregnant. I have to go to the King Edward. And the King Edward also said, we don't touch people without blood. Then we need HIV blood test. Then I took that blood because I know it's the negative. When the result came, it was not negative. You want some chips here? You want some chips, sweetie? I've came back to speak to the father of the baby that is that what they've told me, and he just ran away and he said, I'm sorry, I'm not HIV positive and that baby is not mine. So this is your baby and you're positive. I've got nothing to do with that. It was a hard time for me. I went to the hospital and I did that operation and my baby, she's here. She's fine. She's negative. To wear the shoes. Take it off. Yeah. Then I went to find how am I going to pay because I'm not working. And Mrs. Mhlongo told me, no, we are not going to pay anything. Only thing you're going to do a beadwork.
Traditionally, if you're together and working or doing anything, even if it's in the field or wherever, you just hum the song and everybody joins. That's how it started. They started singing around the table of making beadwork and they thought, oh, maybe we can make a choir.
In terms of what God has given us, He has given us much talent and He has given us the second chance in life, because there are so many people who have been infected and just die before they get this chance, you know.
Until 1993, when I was diagnosed HIV positive, I had never heard of HIV. And unfortunately for me, the person the so-called counselor, because she had to be a counselor at that time, did not give me information on HIV. The only thing she told me is that I am HIV positive and your daughter is also HIV positive. And unfortunately, children that are born with HIV can only live up to 6 years. That's the story, that is the conversation we had. For it was about 5 minutes and then I cried all the time. She was on and off sick. I think in a month she used to get sick maybe 3 times or 4 times in a month. And she ended up being very well known in the hospital, because sometimes I would go there early in the morning and get discharged, and in the afternoon I would go back there. I would cry. She got better. I would be like, okay, fine, she's now better. But I knew that sometime soon she was going to go back to the hospital. But unfortunately, she then passed away on the 15th of January the following year, which was 2002. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
We're gonna pray and hope that what has been our mistake doesn't pass to our child as well. Okay. Something. Yeah, since again, some born a match. Sorry. Okay. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, ngeke sakuthini Anna. Uzokuthengela usweet.
Yes.
Party tissue paper. Yeah. Whoa. Hug me. Hug me, please. Akuba. Akuba. Okay. Ah. Good. Good. Kiss me. Kiss me. Come on. Ah.
Dando tested negative.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay.
Over.
Oh, it's over.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dando. You can go.
We thank God for this.
Now. Okay. Papa siyabonga.
It's a Papa aunt. Papa.
It will always be difficult to treat HIV or to control HIV as long as we do not know what HIV is. And if you don't have a clear picture of what problems that HIV bring, because one person affected by HIV, that person can affect 50 people, just that one person. So if we're not looking at this problem as personally ours, if people haven't started embracing HIV as my problem, to deal with it as an individual, then we are still going to have a long way to walk with HIV.